Gentlemen and ladies, start those motors and hoist those sails because we're about to launch another episode of The Boaters TV. Ahoy mates, Julie here, and first up today, our smooth sailing segment. Nautical news for all you sailboat fanatics out there. The Maltese Falcon. Some people know it as the 1941 Warner Brothers film noir written and directed by John Huston. Others know it as, well, just a bird. But you ask any sailing yacht enthusiast and they'll associate the Maltese Falcon with something a little different, but no less captivating. The Maltese Falcon is a clipper sailing yacht owned by American centimillionaire Tom-Perkins. Why is it so noteworthy? Well, it's the largest privately owned sailing yacht in the world, stretching to a very lengthy 289.1 feet, or 88 meters. That's almost a full football field. The yacht was constructed in Turkey by Italian firm Perini-Navi. Now get this, the Maltese Falcon sports 15 square sails, 5 per mast, which only takes 6 minutes to open. The 3 carbon fiber masts are freestanding and rotating, which is an absolute world first for an application of this size and complexity. And amazingly, the yacht's sophisticated computer system can almost sail the yacht without a captain. Now, apparently Tom-Perkins doesn't allow for that. Nevertheless, it is possible for a single person to pilot this sailing vessel. Equally as impressive, the Maltese Falcon has a permanent crew of 18 and can accommodate 12 guests, plus 4 guest staff. So you do the math. That's a potential 22 crew to take care of just 12 guests. Now, that's going to be some attentive service. And you can find that out for yourself, as the sailing yacht Maltese Falcon is available for select charters at a cost of only $450,000 per week. Oh yeah, plus expenses. But the good news is that even if you can't afford that charter price tag, you can still revel in the glory of this magnificent vessel, because coming up in September, the prestigious yachting publication, the Yacht Report, they're based out of London, that's jolly good, the Yacht Report's creative agency, superyachtart.com, will deliver the Maltese Falcon in the form of a visually stunning exclusive art book, and they're taking pre-orders now. The book will catalog in detail the evolution, vision, and creation of the Maltese Falcon, which is itself a work of art, and it'll be packed with anecdotal stories, personal images, and unique essays from owner Tom-Perkins, as well as other key people behind the project. But you better act fast to grab your personal collector's edition, because there will be a limited print run of only 5,000 copies. And have you ever seen a copy of the Yacht Report magazine? It's very well done, so I've no doubt that this book from their creative team will be equally as classy and impressive. 2, right now you can get it at the pre-publication price of only £45, which is about $89 plus international shipping costs. Come September, the book will retail at $108. To pre-order your copy now, please visit www.superyachtart.com/the Maltese Falcon. And now it's time for our Did You Know segment, a look at nautical nomenclature, where I examine a common word or phrase that originated in the nautical and naval tradition that has now been adopted into our everyday common language. Did you know that the expression to know the ropes, or to learn, or to teach, or to show the ropes, where ropes means how to do something, actually comes from the days of sailing ships, where, on a square-rigged ship, there were miles of cordage in the rigging. The only way to keep track of and know the function of all those lines was to know where they were located. Those lines are, of course, what most landlubbers refer to as ropes. Therefore, every new sailor had to learn the ropes. And it was a sign of an experienced seaman if they already knew the ropes. So, now you know. Well, not know the ropes, but you now know where that expression comes from. That was the Did You Know segment. I can't help you with your ropes. But you can use that fun fact at your next raft up or dockside gathering. Speaking of ropes, in our Just for the Hull of It segment, check out this guy's fancy rope work, nauticalropework.com, featuring masterful nautical creations by Captain Cully. Cully has spent 16 years working on an assortment of boats, from harbor tugs and push boats to private yachts and cruise ships. Along the way, he's picked up some pretty cool tricks using nautical rope, and, well, he's developed it into an artistic craft, as well as a business, creating all kinds of nifty products out of, you got it, nautical rope. Cully originally got started making monkey's fist keychains, which he sells on the site. Aside from that, Cully sells items that are perfect for entertaining at your lake cottage, on your yacht, or at dock parties. On the site, you'll find a fine selection of table decor, such as centerpieces, pot pads, place settings, and drink coasters. Other decorative pieces include wall decor and doormats. He also offers pet toys and, of course, the monkey's fist and other keychains, or maybe we'll call them key ropes. The site to check out again is www.nauticalropework.com. And speaking of ropes and knots, that brings me to our Nautical Know-How segment, where today we are going to not learn the ropes, but rather learn the knots. How are your nautical knot tying skills? Whether you actually use them to tie your lines, let's face it, this is just a sweet skill to have in your repertoire of seamanship know-how. I called upon the American Yacht Institute in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, a school specializing in training for mega yacht crew, mainly for stewardesses, but they do offer a 2-day Introduction to Yachting course where basic seamanship is taught. Pat Doring, one of the instructors at the school, and also a seasoned yacht captain of both power and sailing yachts, gave me a demo on tying a bowline knot. Now, pay attention, class.
Today we're going to look at a bowline knot. The bowline knot is probably the handiest knot that you're going to have on your boat. There are many different ways of doing a bowline. The Boy Scouts teach a method of holding it up like this. There's a hole, the rabbit comes out through the hole, it goes around the tree and decides that it's going to duck right back into there, and there you have your bowline.
Okay, now what was he saying? The rabbit comes up through the hole. Oh, well, I guess I need a little practice. Meanwhile, that about wraps it up for another edition of The Boaters TV. Join us on Friday when we'll have our fishing tip of the week. And we'll check out some super cool new watercraft from our friends at Surf and Go. And our Fish and Chicks segment. Gee, I wonder what that's about. Until then, be sure to keep sending us those news items and boating bloopers videos to me at julie@theboaters.com. Meanwhile, take care. This episode of The Boaters TV was brought to you by the letter B. That's B for Bravo, meaning I am taking on or carrying dangerous cargo.